So what will it take for the Eagles to get to 8-0? Just one more day, baby. One more day. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. We are on the verge, for the first time in franchise history, of going 8-0. And all it's going to take is one more day. Matter of fact, if everything goes right today with the Phillies, shout out to the Phillies up 2-1. But if they get up 3-1, if they can go up 3-1 tonight, then tomorrow you could have the Eagles go 8-0 and the Philadelphia Phillies win the World Series. It don't get better than this to be a Philly fan. It really don't. Now, before we get into all this stuff we got to talk about today, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe for daily Eagles content, NFL content. You don't want to miss it. Everybody tells me, we already know. Double moonwalk check. Make sure YouTube still got you subscribed because they're funny like that. They're weird. So just double check. Now, we did have a little bit of Eagles news today, right? Obviously, they play tomorrow. Both teams' final injury reports came out today. And before the Eagles released that, they did go ahead and place Jordan Davis on injured reserve. Jeff Mosher wrote, Pound Eagles have placed defensive tackle Jordan Davis on injured reserves. Out versus Pound Texans, not #Pound, and at least 3 more games. So what it means, for those that don't know, is he's going to be out the next 4 games. Okay, he's going to miss 4 games, then the Eagles can bring him back. Now, it sucks that in the middle of the season he's going to miss 4 games. He was a guy that was getting better each and every week. I thought Jordan Davis was getting better. He was getting more snaps, and it really sucks to lose him when we did. But fortunately for us, it's only 4 games, most likely, because I gotta tell you, I thought it was way worse than what it was. And if we get Jordan Davis back before the playoffs, and then we get him helping us stop the run, especially in the playoffs, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, according to the Eagles' final injury report, Jordan Davis and Josiah Scott are the only 2 that are out. Okay, they're the only 2 on the report. The rest of the guys are going to go. Not so much for the Houston Texans. Here's the Texans injury report. Graylin Arnold, quad, out. Malik Collins, chest, out. Nico Collins, I like Nico Collins, groin, out. Neville Hewitt, hamstring, out. Justin McCrary, concussion, out. Then you have A.J. Khan, illness. He's probably going to go. Christian Harris, thigh, is questionable. Defensive back Desmond King, we were talking about him at the trade deadline. He's questionable. Brandon Cooks, wrist, not injury related, is questionable. And then Roy Lopez. It will be interesting to see if Brandon Cooks goes or not. And if he doesn't go, that's even worse for the Houston Texans. If he does go, it ain't going to matter anyways. You know what I'm saying? But we will see. This game for the Eagles, really, I mean, they're 13.5-point favorites over the Houston Texans. And even if they weren't to cover, they're still going to win this game. I can't see a way in which the Eagles lose this game. I just can't. I can't see it. But you still got to go out and play. To me, the biggest and worst thing about this game is that it's a Thursday night game and that you're traveling. Besides that, I don't see there's any possibility or any way the Philadelphia Eagles lose this game at all. So when I look at this game versus the Texans, I think everything is perfectly set up for Miles Sanders to have a big night, a very big night, okay? You got a short week, Thursday game. These games tend to be a little sloppy, a little lower scoring game, and oftentimes I think the running game is the easiest thing to do. The Texans last week, they gave up over like 200 yards to the Tennessee Titans. They're averaging, against the run, they're giving up like 5.6 yards a carry. Miles Sanders is almost averaging 5 yards a carry. So I think that this is set up for Miles Sanders to go out and have a big night on the ground. You're going to see Hurts have a big night on the ground. You're going to see Miles. I think you'll see Gainwell. I think the Eagles will feast in the run game. The Houston Texans passing defense actually isn't that bad. Derek Stingley looks good so far. He hasn't given up a touchdown this year. He's going to go up against A.J. Brown, so it's going to be very interesting. And, of course, you got Jalen Hurts going home. That's got to play a factor in this. Like, I hate these kind of Thursday night games. I really do. If it was just me, and I'm just telling you what I think, I would get rid of Thursday night games. The NFL won't do it because of the straddle, but I would go back to only Thursday games on Thanksgiving Day. The Detroit, Dallas, and then if you want to do one more, fine. But to me, these every week, they're just not that great games. Now, it's the Eagles, so I'm more interested in it than other games. But to me, these are never good games. This isn't going to be a good game. This is going to be a slaughter, okay? And I think Miles Sanders is going to go off. I think this is his big night. I think he's going to have a huge night. And I don't think that the Texans can stop the run. I don't even think they can stop the pass. But especially the run. And when you're coming into a short week on a Thursday night, why not just run the ball? If you know they can't stop the run, just run it. Just run it. And as far as the Eagles' defense going up against the Houston Texans, listen, I think, I actually think that this rookie, Dameon Pierce, is pretty good. Now, we talked a lot about him during, the offseason, the Senior Bowl, all those times. He came up many, many times. But Dameon Pierce has been pretty good. I think he's got 539 yards on the ground. And if they're going to have any chance of beating the Eagles, they have to run the ball. They have to keep the Eagles' offense off the clock. It's going to be very hard for them to do. But the one thing the Eagles haven't been consistent with is the run game. And with Jordan Davis out, that's going to hurt us even more. So if you're Texans, you got to come in, and he's got to get like 25 carries. You got to keep the Eagles' offense off the field. They need like multiple 7-minute, 8-minute, 9-minute drives, just eating up time and then coming away with points. It's a very hard thing for them to do. If the Texans, by any chance, are forced to throw, forget it, okay? Davis Mills, the quarterback, I think he stinks. He stinks. He's not very good. Eight touchdowns, 6 interceptions this year. He has over 1,500 yards throwing, but I don't think much of it. And now with Brandon Cooks banged up, may not even play, that's going to be even harder for them. I don't fear the Houston Texans one iota in the passing game. I don't think they can do anything. You're going to go up against the best secondary in the NFL with one of the worst passing teams in the NFL. I think it's going to be a long, long day for Davis Mills. I think the Eagles, they should get 4 or 5 sacks this game. They should pick this dude off. The thing now I'm going to say, and I've said this in the Steelers game, is you can't give this kid respect. Okay, you can't give him respect. You got to come at him. You got to blitz him. You got to bring pressure from areas where he never seen. The Eagles' defense should be such a mismatch for this kid, and they should have him spinning in his mind, trying to figure out where the blitz is coming from, where's the pressure coming from, where's the hot read at, and not know what's going to hit him next. There should be no way. I thought Kenny Pickett was given too much respect. I thought he was given too much respect. And when it's 24-3 at halftime, come out and pound this team even more. Pound, 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 baby. That's my motto. I tell my wife all the time, pound, pound, pound. Oh, pregnant again. What do you know? You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. And that's how the Eagles have to go out and do it. You're better than this team. I mean, they're 13.5-point favorites. You want to say they're going to cover, they're not going to cover. I don't see any way the Eagles don't cover. I think they probably take the under. I hate taking unders. I hate it. But 13.5, I expect the Eagles to cover. I do think this is going to be a Miles Sanders game. I think the Eagles are going to run the ball a lot more. And the really smart thing, and what I like what Nick Sirianni said, was that they already started preparing for this game. So they essentially last week were preparing for two teams in ways. During the bye week, they already were getting ready for the Houston Texans. So they may come out and look a lot more ready to go than we've seen a lot of teams on Thursday night. Now, unfortunately, you have the Giants on a bye week. You have the Dallas Cowboys on a bye week, which sucks because I want those teams to lose again, but it is what it is. As far as me streaming tomorrow, I don't know. At this point, I am still suspended from live streaming. It's a 7-day suspension, meaning that on Sunday I'll be able to stream again, unless this thing gets resolved sooner rather than later. My hope was that it would be resolved by Thursday. Still waiting to hear from Major League Baseball. They have to show evidence, and they have to show where I copyrighted, and they have 10 days to do it. So this is about the 4th or 5th day. I think this is the 4th day. And still haven't heard from them. It would be nice if they just rescinded it and said, oh, we made a mistake. We did a mass copyright strike on YouTube, and he got caught up in it. And then I could stream tomorrow. There's a chance I may stream on Rumble. I got to see about that. I've never streamed on Rumble, but a couple people have asked me. And if I don't stream on Rumble, and if I don't stream the game tomorrow at all, then just expect... it's going to be a late night, so expect me to do a Victory Cigar celebration post-game video, because I can't even do live stream on Joey's. One of the things that they told me, it was in the fine print on the YouTube thing, was that I wasn't allowed on other channels, and if I went on other channels, those channels could get in trouble too. Though I don't think that would happen, I think it would be very unlikely. I don't want to risk doing that to anybody or risking any channel. So I've had to cancel a bunch of appearances, a bunch of different streams, and it just sucks, man. It really sucks. But, after this game, we'll be back for the next Eagles game either way. And look, I don't think there's any way the Eagles lose this game. I think the Eagles are going to win this game. I'm going to say 28-10. 28-10. And now the reason I'm having a lower scoring game is because I think the Eagles are going to run more. And I'm going to say 28-10. Eagles win. That's how I see it happening. I think the Eagles will be the 8-0 for the first time in franchise history. Also, good luck to the Phillies. By the time you watch this, they're going to be starting, game 4. If they can go up 3-1, they could close out in powder blue on Thursday night. I would love for the Eagles to be 8-0 and the Phillies to win the World Series in the same night. It would be absolutely fantastic. With that said, I'll let you guys go. I should have a couple videos out tomorrow. So take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. So regardless if this whole copyright strike thing gets resolved sooner or later, by Sunday I will have access to stream again. The question is what the hell am I going to stream? Cowboys, they're on a bye week. Giants, they're on a bye week. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see with these games here. I'm thinking we definitely got to go New Orleans Saints, but they're playing Monday night. So the Saints are playing Baltimore Monday night. Now I'm definitely streaming that game, so we'll be doing that already. That Washington game looks like a game which I'm gonna have to stream. The Vikings at Washington, and I'll tell you what. You may think go for the Vikings, but they're 6-1. They only need 2 games for us to lose to take advantage, to jump ahead of us for the number 1 seed. I actually may have to go for Washington in that game. Washington has no chance to win it, but I might have to go for the Vikings. for Washington, because the Vikings, they're the number 2 seed right now. It's going to be interesting, but we're going to definitely stream Sunday. I'm itching to get back to the streaming. With that said, Denzel Washington out.